Hello there! This is my Lords of the Fallen story, narrated and experienced by me, your fallen leprechaun. Oh, you bastard! I wake up from my long sleep because someone hit me with a weird-looking lamp. A dude was next to me, saying something about the kiss of life. I told him that is not my type, but he insisted, and he kept telling me to seek him in the bowels of the bridge. Told him to stop with the sexual harassment, and finally he was gone. Weirdos. Anyway, I start looking for a way out of this mess. I encounter some poor souls and kill them out of pity. No one should be forced to be alive with that haircut. Found out that the lamp is not just an accessory, and it can transport me into hell. I work full-time for almost 8 years with same company. I am used to being in hell. Got out of that cave and find myself face to face with the first sacrifice boss. The most fearsome of them all, the one and only, the tutorial boss. After I took him down, I had to fight Mr. Henny Denny and his flying pack, and I lost, and had to be saved by a guy with a hand that I can only describe as rough hand jobs. I had to cross a village to get to the bridge, but first I had to fight my way through. And fight my way through I did. Killed every living creature and some of them not living. It was not easy, but I made it. Here I was welcomed by a lady in armor. They have wings, shiny sword that can attack from distance. And she can make swords falling from the sky. So pretty much Kale from League of Legends. Anyway, she was no match to me. I killed her. And by the power of 10 FPS animation, she was reborn. I carry on and arrived at a place that looks like will be my base of operation. Here I meet the weird guy that made the indecent propositions. And the lady in armor is here as well. She is very useful. Every so often, she bleeds on my healing device to make it stronger. No, is not weird. Unhygienic, yes, but not weird. Look, cool, right? Made myself a new friend, and he gave me a stick. So I told him to stick it up his. I had my true Lord of the Fallen experience. The name makes sense now. Then I made a small expedition just to be chased by Reapers. All the thrill! Now I am ready to carry on my mission. To kill all the Lords and Fallens. It may not be the game's mission, but it is mine. Starting with her. After she gave me a 50 shades of a swooping, I swinged my sword and sent her to her maker, which is 1 second. Let me Google search that. Yeah, there it is. That will be Hexwords. Moving on. I sparred and kicked a pilgrim off a ledge. Then I faced someone that learned a lesson the hard way. Don't put your head in any hole. After I traversed this platform's nightmare, I took refuge in a cave where I found a grave digger. It was very friendly with me, probably because I keep him in business. I went exploring the cave. I go deeper and deeper till I reach the right spot. Oh, sorry I got too excited. Anyway, I found Gorlick the Destroyer locked in the cave and them weird pack. I got promised weapons and chance, so I let them go. From there, I took an elevator to fight a crazy lady and her annoying dogs. The fight was like an episode of Benny Hill. Just me running around, hit her once, and do it again, and again, and again, until it was all over. The game gave me no break. Not far from the dog lady, I fell in a pit and had to fight an ugly creature. It took me by surprise, so I had no chance. But I came back, and I brought a friend. Now we talking. Killed the ugly bastard. Moving on. Now I have to go through the classic Souls games area. The swamp, after I roam around like an idiot and fight hordes of mindless monsters. I found the entrance to the next boss, and I wish I didn't. This Sleepy Hollow-looking guy was a pain in my ass. I tried to gangbang him with some friendly NPC. After endless death on my side, I learned the dance and killed him. Finally, I used the power of moths to clean the first beacon. That's not a sentence that I thought I will say. Time to move on. A new path opens, and I venture in the mountains. I made one wrong turn and got myself face to face with Crimson Rector Percival. After he finished playing with my Crimson Rectum, I found his secret. And no, it was not children. He is not the type of man of the church. It was a parasite that gave him holy powers. How convenient! So the fight was easy in the end. I impale him like I was Vlad the Impaler. All this trouble just to find out that I have to go back. I got myself on the right track into a cave full of ducks and snake people that were shooting at me. It may be just a hunch, but I think that almost everyone is trying to kill me. Anyway, I got out. I discovered a bridge that should lead me to the town, but my way was blocked by a bullshit fight with a guy named Ruler. He did ruin my night. The guy's pulled it "you should not pass" out of his ass. I told him that is the wrong franchise. This is the Lords of the Fallen, not the Lord of the Ring. After a few exchanges of hits, we came to an amicable arrangement. He dies and I pass. Here we are, the outskirt of the town. Not what I expected. Looks much better in picture. However, at least I got a warm welcome. I indulge myself in the town hospitality with all it has to offer, from approachable town folks to beautiful scenery. Nevertheless, all good things must come to an end. And that moment came when I realized that I lost some of the game footage. So you have to use your imagination for the next part. I make my way to the next boss fight. You can hear the bellows noises of the beast. It was a giant-looking baby, but don't get fooled, it was as fearsome as it can be. I rushed in the battle with a mighty scream, and had my first strike. The creature tried to sit on me. I quickly dodged out of the way. Only Lady Dimitrescu can sit on my face. The beast wanted to play the floor as lava, so I played along. Little did he knows, that is over now. I have the higher ground. Like once Ben said, with higher ground comes great responsibility. Oh, wait, never mind. The point I am trying to make is that I won. After I nurture the big baby, I dare say that I deserve a treat. And what better treat than a lightsaber? With my new shiny weapon in hand, I carried on. Passed through the narrow street of the town, smiting anyone in my way. I found an unlocked door, so I invited myself in. Unfortunately, someone was already here. I had to apologize for the mess I will make. Sorry, this house have a basement. You know I have to go and check what's in there. I know that curiosity killed a cat, but I am not a cat. So I advanced down the stairs till I reached a mine. Nothing interesting happened in the mine. Absolutely nothing. I wish I had something to show you for this part, but you're out of luck. So I mind my own business until I found a way out. The mine was connected to a dungeon, and not a kinky one. Just a boring old dungeon. Found some stairs that led me to an elevator. However, the elevator was protected by a guy with 4 arms. That is named Skin Stealer. More like Thor Skin Stealer, because I have him up. And up I go on the elevator like nothing happened. It was a long way up. So here's some elevator music. Enjoy! I decided that I will keep this area for later, because of my undeciding ass. So I went instead to a new area that I unlocked from the Path of Pilgrims. In the new area, I fought a balance, then I took an elevator, this game and his bloody elevators, and reached a castle that was up on a cliff. The castle has to offer and diversified areas to visit, from cellars to kitchen nightmare, to rooftops full of little assholes that nearly got me killed. But what's life without a bit of excitement? All this excitement got me in the bedroom. Not what expected, that is going to happen. Even so, I have to move on. I had to make a decision which way I go. And I decided to go visit the Tower of Penance. I fought another guy that was blocking my path on a bridge. He covered the area in farts, but didn't work. I still killed him, or so I thought. This guy was sneaky. He faked his death and then sucker punched me. Not cool, mate. Not cool at all. I went inside the Tower of Misery because that's how it made me feel. Was not enough that I had to fight lots of enemies. I had to descend carefully on platforms and fight in little tight spaces. Don't get me wrong, I love tight spaces, but not exactly what I had in mind. I called it a cheat day, and instead of jumping around like a monkey, I decided I will use a more civilized mode of descending. I got to the lowest level of the tower, and just like my life, it was dark and empty. But enough of my life story. As I reached the boss room, I think that he knew that I was coming, because he looks like he was praying. And for a good reason. My reputation precedes me. I didn't have to fight this one. He killed himself. Saved me some time, I guess. Now all I have to do is to reach the beacon and cleanse it. Easy peasy. After another success, I went to clean the next beacon, and as usual, I had standard complication on the way. Nothing too fancy, just a witch that no stopped me. I had to zigzag my way to her, but I got to her. I carried on and explored an old city. There is no time to visit all the local attraction. I got business to attempt. Unfortunately, my business attempt with my associate was rudely interrupted by a gender-swapped Spartan warrior. The poor loss had no chance. After the deal, I was left to clean the mess. But as an high-regarded member of the Lazy-Ass Club, I neglected my duties and moved on. Got to a big gate, and after I struggled to open it, I made my way inside what looks like an old church. At the end, well, what was left of it, I went outside through a hole in the wall to fight the judge cleric. A hot blonde chick that showed me the gender equality at the finest. In the aftermath of getting my behind kicked by this lady, I got a lucky strike and I won. Sadly, that was just first phase. In the second phase, she changed the appearance, so I stopped pulling punches. After that, I just walked to the beacon to do my duty. And by duty, I mean cleanse another beacon. I was blinded by a bright light and awakened in a cold place. I went inside a cave to seek shelter and almost got crushed by someone who would want to do that to me. Oh, yeah, everyone at this point. I keep going till I reach a flooded village. I guess I am going scuba diving now, but I didn't have to. Apparently hell doesn't have water. Who knew? I got encountered by 3 Humpty Dumpty. After they bullied me, I ran away. Just kidding. I up them up. One by one. In spite of all, I reached the big bad boss of this area. Let's just say that I was not blown away by this fight. I like gimmick fights. However, not a fan of killing little girls' ghosts. So, I ended as quick as I could. And sent her and her pet in a better place. Even so, I proceeded to clean the fourth beacon. I am on my way to the last beacon. No one can stop me now. And trust me, a few tried to do just that. I felt bad for this patty human, and I had revenge on the guy that killed me at the beginning of my journey. So the final beacon was an easy job. However, on the way to open the doors to the last area, I was betrayed by my associate. Harkin, my friend, let's talk about this. I am on your side. I even played the first Lords of the Fallen game. What happened between us? It was the rough hand job joke, isn't it? Okay, mate, you asked for this. The price I have to pay to finish my mission. A friend has to fall so a door will open. I start traveling through the fire castle. I know I am not far from the next boss. He's getting warmer and warmer. No pun intended. However, I was right. After I killed some creatures of this forsaken place, I'll find the king of the castle chained to a statue. I am not judging whatever everyone does with their spare time, but he was in my way to the final boss. So, I took him down. You know what they say, the bigger they are, the easier it is to hit them in the nuts. Some may say that I took his breath away. He kneels before me, rushed up the stairs to face Ada, the only one that keeps me away from finishing this game. I teleported to his prison and killed all his fin base. For some reason, the feeling of not being venerated hurts him more than physical damage. Anyways, for the last time, I pull out the lantern and it devoured the god Ada. I didn't know that it can do that. This game would be much easier if I could do that from the beginning. Oh, fuck me, that hurts. Thank you to all the Fallens, and until next time, moving on!